Hello, you are watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. Pro-life outfit 40 Days for Life is all set to kick off its spring campaign in the US on March the 2nd, and it is set to be its biggest Lenten campaign ever. As in previous years, thousands of pro-lifers from close to 600 cities across the US and the world will join in prayer, fasting and community outreach to save the lives of the unborn. This year, the campaign will launch its first ever annual 40 Days for Life National Gala in Houston on Saturday, April the 2nd, and it will feature former US Vice President Mike Pence. Since 2007, the biannual pro-life campaign has saved over 20,000 unborn children and closed 114 abortion facilities. 229 abortion workers have also quit their jobs as a result of the campaign's work. Organised at community level across countries, the key event of the campaign is a 40-day non-stop round-the-clock prayer vigil outside all abortion facilities in the respective communities. In France, a Catholic parliamentarian and pro-life supporter has flayed rabid secularization and stiff opposition to Christian religious symbols in the country. Lawmaker Francois Xavier Bellamy has decried opposition to the Christian heritage of the nation and has openly come out in support of the residents of a town who are opposing the bid to remove a decades-old statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary from the square. A few days ago, Bellamy visited the town of La Flotte-en-Ré on the Ile de Ré to express solidarity with those protecting the statue of the Holy Mother. Anti-clerical organisation Libre Pensée wants the sacred image to be taken down, citing a 1905 law that forbids erecting religious monuments or symbols on public property. They have lodged a lawsuit with the Administrative Court of Poitiers, and the judgment will be pronounced on March the 3rd. Tensions in Ukraine show no sign of abating, and in the latest move, the leader of a pro-Russia separatist outfit has announced that troops are being amassed in the Donetsk region. This comes after a similar announcement from another outfit in the Luhansk region of the country. Denis Pushilin, who heads the rebel outfit in Donetsk, said on Saturday that he had appealed to all men to take up arms and defend their families against what he says is Ukrainian aggression. On the same day, intensive shell attacks were reported in the region, with one Ukrainian soldier being killed in the attack. Earlier, there were attacks on a kindergarten near the border with Russia and a humanitarian convoy of the United Nations Refugee Agency. A US security official had also warned that Russia could use a false flag attack on Ukraine as a pretext to invade the country. The Archdiocese of San Francisco in the US is planning to host a global conference on the liturgy to promote greater reverence to the Holy Eucharist. The 5th International Sacral Liturgia conference will be held from June the 28th to July the 1st at St. Patrick's Seminary in Menlo Park. The event will feature noted speakers such as Cardinal Robert Sarah, Cardinal George Pell and Dom Alcuin Reid, the founder of the conference. In a letter addressing believers, Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone of San Francisco said that the Sacral Liturgia conference will be a big step forward in fostering reverence to Jesus in the Eucharist. As part of the event, there will be workshops for church musicians under the auspices of former Master of Music at Westminster Cathedral, Martin Baker. On the concluding day, Holy Mass will be celebrated at the historic Mission Dolores on the feast day of St. Junipero Serra, who established the mission in 1776. A study published in the Journal of Ethics and Mental Health earlier this month has revealed that legalising euthanasia and assisted dying triggers an increase in the number of suicide cases. The 35-page study that was published on February the 7th says that not a single country in Europe where physician-assisted death is legal has seen a dip in suicides. The study was conducted by David Jones, director of the Anscombe Centre for Bioethics, an Oxford-based institute serving the Catholic Church in the United Kingdom and the Irish Republic. It analysed data regarding doctor-assisted suicide and euthanasia and violent suicides from 1990 to 2016 in the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg and Switzerland, where assisted dying is not a crime. The data was then compared with trends in non-assisted suicide rates in neighbouring nations where euthanasia is illegal. The study, entitled Euthanasia, Assisted Suicide and Suicide Rates in Europe, also said that legalising assisted suicide or euthanasia will result in more people ending their lives prematurely. On February the 19th, Leah Sharibu, a Nigerian Christian girl who was abducted by Boko Haram militants, completed 4 years in captivity. She, along with 105 other girls, were abducted from the Government Girls Science and Technical College in northeast Nigeria by the Islamist insurgents on February the 19th in 2018. After a month-long negotiation, all other girls except Ms. Sharibu were released. According to various sources, the woman who refused to renounce her faith was made a sex slave and forced to marry a terrorist. The reports confirm her being alive and having 2 children. However, the government has done nothing for her release. 4 years after the abduction of the woman who turns 19 on May the 14th, the kidnapping of school children still continues in Nigeria. The persecution of people belonging to minority communities, especially Christians, in Muslim-majority Pakistan continues unabated. In the most recent incident, a Christian cemetery was desecrated by a Muslim realtor on February the 18th in Shahkot near Lahore. The Muslim businessman raised nearly a dozen graves to build a road to reach his real estate firm. When a group of believers went to the cemetery to bury the mortal remains of another Christian, they found a group of people digging and uprooting gravestones with a bulldozer. The believers were then prevented from burying the body there. A Christian outfit named Global Sotra Association condemned the desecration and sought justice from the government. Thanks to the intervention of the organisation, police cleared the occupied site of the cemetery and allowed the believers to bury the body. As the US states of Arizona and Florida move forward with a 15-week ban on abortion, the decision was welcomed by its Catholic conferences. On February the 15th, the Arizona Senate passed a bill banning abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy. 2 days later, the Florida House passed a similar bill. Both bills are expected to be passed by the state legislature and might come into force soon after the Supreme Court verdict on the Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization case. Pro-lifers across the United States are rooting for the verdict, which could lead to a process to overturn the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision that legalized abortion in the country. Welcoming the Arizona Senate decision in response to Catholic media outfit Crux, Michael Sheedy, who is the Florida Catholic Conference Executive Director, echoed their support and said that the move is encouraging. Ronald Johnson, the Executive Director of the Arizona Catholic Conference, expressed his hope that the bill will take effect shortly after the Supreme Court rules. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.